Hey there. All right, so I'm sitting outside in my garage slash gym, wanting to be able to give some ideas on how we can help our kiddos want to move more. It's back to school, right? And I'm sure they're exhausted at the end of the day and needing just a boost and a desire to want to do things, and maybe even in the morning. So I think we've gotten in this pattern of thinking that exercise has to be difficult, that exercise has to be grueling, and it has to be regimented, it has to be a certain amount of time, and it can just be even 5 seconds, it can be 2 minutes, it can be a minute, a moment of doing something. So some of the things that I do with my daughter is first thing in the morning, she has her certain chores that she has to do, and one of those things before she can have her few minutes of free time that she has before we start our lessons is she has to do a certain amount of push-ups and jumping jacks, and that's just to be able to get her body just going and moving. And it takes her less than a minute to do her jumping jacks and push-ups, and I get less struggle with her rather than me saying, okay, 5 minutes, get on the trampoline, because then she's going to count down the time, whereas she just has to do some push-ups and jumping jacks. She's cool with it, and I have it to where it's spaced out throughout the day. She has to be able to do certain little things. All right, so I'm going to get up and I'm going to show you inside of my gym some of the things that is fun and gives you ideas on how to be able to be creative with your kiddos. So they're going to be getting out of school here shortly, right? And they're going to be exhausted. So before they even get to have their snack, how about have them run around the house with you, or run from the block to, to the mailbox, or, just look at what it is that they enjoy doing and make it simple, make it fun. They have to, in the morning, to be able to get to their breakfast, they have to lunge from their bedroom to the kitchen to be able to get their breakfast. And they're getting a burst of energy then. So again, it doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be grueling, it can be fun, it can be made into a game. Throw on a song and you have to all wiggle and jiggle for as long as that song is going, doing jump squats, doing jumping jacks, doing lunges, doing side to sides, stretches, whatever. So just to get their body moving, right? So I'm going to turn us around and I'm going to show inside of my garage. All right, so I have a mini trampoline that can be utilized out here or indoors. You can see that my driveway is actually at an incline, so I really like doing side stuff and lunges on my garage, or my driveway. I've got a stepper. My daughter loves being able to jump up and down on the stepper, going side to side stuff. Have a weighted vest, so throughout the day sometimes I'll have her just put the weighted vest on, or I'll even do that. Have a medicine ball. Her and I will roll the medicine ball to each other while we're just talking and visiting. These are little balancing pods. They're really great. They actually come four together. When you stand on them like this, then it means that you have to really work on your core and your balancing. You can also use them for doing push-ups and doing different things. You can stand on this way as well. I have her get really creative with ways to use them. Then you have your elastics. Again, she can walk around with the elastics, or even just do some curls where she stands on one end of it and she pulls it off. See, and she can put her foot, see if I can do this while I'm holding the, so put her foot like that, and then have to do curls. All right, so she can do that, as well as doing different back and chest exercises with it. Just holding dumbbells while we go for walks. We have this box that we do jump ups as well as step ups. She really has fun. It's made to where it has 3 different levels, 3 different heights, to be able to make it fun. She really likes being a monkey. So my husband is extremely excited at the fact that we have this squat box. And so the squat box has a 3-fold, it really serves his needs and purposes, but then it gives her something to climb on and think that she's just, getting to have fun. And it doesn't matter that she doesn't use it the way him or I use it. it matters that she's willing to, you know, get and use it and do stuff with it. And then we have our TV and stuff set up so that we can be able to watch any exercise videos and stuff that we do with that. Switch you around again so that we can go back inside of the house for a second, and just to be able to talk about different things that I might have in the house to be able to share ideas on how to be creative, again with more movement for our kiddos. So I'm gonna walk into my living room and I'm gonna let you actually see some of my disaster. Oh my goodness. All right, so I have this wave that she has to get on from time to time, and you'll see it creates balancing, so she has to do side to side. It works lateral, the lateral of the legs and all that stuff. You can also flip it over so that it's a stepper. You can do abdominal work on it. It's really great. I always keep a yoga ball in here so that, say if we're working on work, we can start like that. So like that becomes a table to work on while we sit on the yoga ball and doing things. Then I've got a basket over here, always full of different, again, some more of the stabilizing pods. And then this is a really great disc. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. Like a lot of times when I'm at my computer station, I just put it right here and I stand on it, and that's what I work on, or I stand on while I am working at my computer station. I'll put it on the stool also to be able to sit on. I try to be able to either always stand or sit or be in a stretching kind of mode or whatever. So, you know, being able to also, I happen to have stairs, so it's really handy. My daughter, she actually prefers to use her bathroom upstairs, and so I will have her, you know, she'll go up and down to the stairs quite often just because that's the bathroom that she wants to use, so she's getting exercise that way. Our mailbox is not right in front of our house anymore, so she has to go down the block to be able to get the mail and all that stuff. Let's see, what are some other really creative ways? Thinking about what your child's love language is, what would be an incentive to get them to move more. My daughter's is gifts, so on Fridays, if she has really met the needs of what her physical and emotional and mental needs, her mental needs especially, you know, are her physical, then her incentive is that we walk to the corner cafe to go get a non-dairy yummy latte that this wonderful local owner has, and we get to be able to have that as a treat for all of her really hard work with her lessons, as well as hard work of not complaining about moving her body. So movement doesn't have to be exhausting, doesn't have to be grueling, it doesn't have to be a chore. It should be movement, not, you know, we've gotten so much in the habit of thinking we have to go to the gym to exercise, and think about biblical times. You know, they just moved. They had work to do, they had things to do, and it wasn't a particular time set aside to exercise. It was part of their day-to-day, and so we can incorporate movement into our day-to-day and still get really great benefits from it. So whether you have a child who just really doesn't care for physical activity, being able to get them to do some movement throughout the day, giving them incentives, whether, you know, thinking about what it is that they enjoy, whether it's music, whether it's climbing, whether it's swinging, whether it's, you know, going for bike rides, playing basketball. If they're a couch potato like my daughter is, then she knows that she has to do so many jumping jacks and so many push-ups or planks before she can sit down, and during each commercial break or every 10 minutes she has to get up and do a burst of something. So, you know, being creative with it and knowing that it doesn't, again, have to be a set 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. It can be a minute here and there, a minute every hour, a minute, you know, from time to time. So remember, movement is a part of our everyday life, and it should be part of their everyday life. And when they're feeling exhausted, get them to just do some jumping jacks for a moment, to clear the air, to clear the junk. And you might find they might find the great energy that they're going to get from just that quick burst